Breaking news: Olusegun Obasanjo storms Oyo State Ibadan precisely. And his reason has been causing lots of reactions. Remember, elections is around the corner, and not everybody has been going to see him for consultations. We've seen the person of Tinubu, who has said he does not need to to consult Obasanjo to become Nigerian's president. He's been going around the southwest making consultations, but guess what? The consultations have not also translated to the real him meeting people even in the southwest region that he should meet. And some of such people should have been Olusegun Obasanjo, not just a military president but also a civilian president for a number of years. So there are lots of matters on this ground going on, and people feel otherwise, that things should have been different, from what it is right now. But apparently, it's not really, giving us that different opportunity to understand what really these things are. Anyway, my wonderful people, it clearly shows to us that Tinubu can be bothered whether Olusegun Obasanjo endorses him or not. Besides, Olusegun Obasanjo has said he is not ready to support an older person to become Nigerian's president. The younger ones should give way. So this is what the younger ones should be given way to become president, while the older ones should go and rest and be advisory and support them. Let's get all the details. Obasanjo visit Olu Ibadan, designated Alakan Balogun. Former President Chief Olusegun Obasanjo has paid a courtesy visit to the residence of the Olu Ibadan, designated Dr. Lekan Balogun. Daily Post gathered that on Wednesday, that Chief Olusegun Obasanjo visited Balogun on Tuesday. Obasanjo was accompanied to the Arakele residence of Oluibadan, designated by the former chairman of Ibadan Northeast Local Government Area of Oyo State, Mr. Gbenga Adewose. Daily Post learned that Obasanjo joined Balogun at his dinner table on his arrival. Daily Post learned that Obasanjo joined Balogun at his dinner table on his arrival. It was gathered that the host and the visitors later retired to a corner for a private discussion. Our correspondents gathered that Obasanjo was in Ibadan to congratulate Balogun on his nomination as the next Oluibadan. The former president then assured that he would prostrate for the Oluibadan designated whenever he comes to Ibadan after his installation. Daily Post recalls that Obasanjo, a native of Abeokuta in Ogun State, was the president of Nigeria between 1999 and 2007. Balogun, on the other hand, represents Oyo Central Senatorial District between 1999 to 2003. The former university lecturer was announced recently as the next to Ibadan of the Ibadan in the council. His appointment has always been approved by the Oyo state government. Balogun's younger brother, Dr. Mohammed Kola Balogun, is currently representing Oyo South Senatorial District in the current National Assembly. Our correspondent gathered that the installation of the new monarch will be fixed for March 11 in Ibadan. So this is what is happening. Olusegun Obasanjo has received the Olu Ibadan who came to visit him, and matters have continued. And Olusegun Obasanjo is that person who will always pay homage to whoever becomes a traditional leader. He will not sit back and just allow a traditional leader to be not to be respected. That's one thing with Obasanjo. He will go there, with prostrate before the person. I mean, when the Olu of Wari, a young man just in his 30s, became in a young man in his 30s became the Olu of Wari, he went there, he knelt before him, and he was talking to him. That's Obasanjo for you. Obasanjo is that person who respects culture, tradition. He may not be perfect, he may not be your cup of tea, but he always does that. He respects traditional authorities. He does not disdain them or feel that he has been the president of Nigeria, which is, if you want to say, much higher position. I don't know. I mean, like, if you want to compare to say, oh, I've been the president, you are just a king. No, he doesn't do that. He doesn't even compare things like that. It doesn't say I am much higher, you are lower, or and being a king is more than this. He doesn't do that. He doesn't do that at all. He respects all. He appreciates all. And if you become a king, I can assure you, Obasanjo will be at your doorpost and he will greet you. He will even kneel before you. That's what Obasanjo does. It shows a man who is well cultured. He may be many things, but guess what? He does that a lot. Okay, why others may not respect and accord respect to these leaders, but in their own right. Remember, before the whole advent of us having this government system, we have local government chairman, what have you, Obasanjo, I mean, our traditional monarchs have been the ones who have been representing the people, who have been there for a long time, who have been in this form of leadership, giving direction to the affairs of their clan, their community, and have been looking like these areas. He has been doing, I mean, they've been doing that for a long time. So Olusegun Obasanjo is sending out a message out there. He went to visit, the Olu Ibadan, and said, well, I will make sure that when you become, because the installation has been, the installation ceremony has been fixed for March 11. So then I will come and I will kneel. But they have discussions, and some of them were wrapped up in politics and all that. And like he's always encouraged the people, nobody should instigate the people on who to vote for. Let them choose themselves, let them discover, let them pick a candidate, let them choose for themselves who they want to rule them, to lead them. And he feels that will be a better way, okay, to get leaders, rather than we trying to impose or ask someone or somebody to come and do this or do that. So these are some of the things ongoing right now, and we'll keep you up to speed as the matter unfolds. Olusegun Obasanjo, goes round and he prostrates and he, accord respect to traditional rulers across the country. That's what he does. The one that shocked me, well, like I earlier reiterated, was the Olu of Wari, the young man. Leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. God bless you. Have a lovely and a fantastic day. From us is bye for now.